Hello, so this is take two, and I should get the notes, but I'm going to just go from the top and then I'll have a revision later, I guess. But, anyways, I had actually checked out the CoSai, aka the Lego Computer Science and AI set for 6th through 8th. I peaked at the 3 through 5 and the K through 2, but the biggest one of them all is the 6 through 8. So I am here to actually answer some of the questions that you have. And of course, Lego Education have the answers too, but I actually got it from Lego Education, so basically you can either go to the website or listen to me. The choice is yours. And someone tried to call me, but I don't know who they are. Anyways, here we go. Here we go. So I think first things first, you need to learn about the batteries, which I think that's what we should talk about, is the battery life. I didn't get a definite answer, but it's pretty good. Most likely it either rivals the Spike Prime. And for those who didn't get a hands-on, which you didn't, there's some interesting stuff that you have the controller, the color sensor / light sensor, and you have sensors in the motors themselves, which I think they already kind of do that, but either way. And the motors are called single motor and dual motor. So you don't have small, medium motor and large motor anymore. It's dual motor and single motor. And of course, the dual motor along with the controller is in the 6 through 8. Everything else has less than that. All right, so I guess the real question is it AI? It is machine learning, which is a part of AI. So yes, it's AI, but it's machine learning. It most likely will evolve into AI use. But right now we got machine learning, which that is a part of AI. Number 2, will they collect data since it's AI? No. Lego made sure that the students / kids are free from any data collection from the AI system that they're using. So all of it is not saved at all, so it is safe. Hopefully that will make you feel a little bit better. What about First Lego League? Well, First Lego League, we're dealing with First Lego League and First. Or should I say, we're dealing with First and Lego Education. Lego Education is going to continue on and do something different. We don't know if they're going to have something like core values or not, but for right now, we just have to see how it plays. I think for First, they're waiting for how the judging for the future edition will go. That's what they're really waiting for Lego Education to do. So they can at least say either A, they will do the CoSai, or B, they're going to stick with Spike Prime, and that means that they're going to create their own stuff versus leaning towards Lego Education with their theme every single year. So we'll just have to see how that works out. Here is the interesting part. Of course, when it comes to First Lego League, you don't bring anything with you. You just bring your robot. With the Future Foundation, you'll bring your single motor, your dual motor, your controller, and your color sensor. And with that, they will actually take your color sensor and take your dual motor or single motor, which one they're going to choose, I think single, and they're going to put those into the missions. So they won't actually have motors and color sensors themselves. You have to bring those items with you. So since you're going to have the set, I'm pretty sure you won't have any issues. Good news is that you will have some extra stuff indeed, but you have to call them or order it themselves because apparently you need 2.5 sets. So that's what you have, because you'll need to have an extra color sensor and you need a single or dual motor, whichever one day. So that's what you got to do. And they have a deal for you. So they're able to make a decent deal versus what happened, which when we first looked at it way back when in February, you had those 4 sets and everything. But since June, they changed that because now Lego Education is parting ways, divorcing from First, which means that they can make their own deal, and thus it's most likely, in quotations, might be cheaper. Or they will work with you. So there you go. Isn't that great? I hope that makes you feel okay. And if you have any more questions and stuff, I'm pretty sure Lego Education has more answers when it comes to first, or essentially first Lego League, than I do for right now. Of course, I didn't listen back to what they said, but I missed like at least 10 minutes of it. But either way, hopefully that helps you out with first Lego League. And also, oh, note, you don't need cards. You do. You do. When you're actually using this card set in the classroom, you do. Here is the reason why cards exist. They exist so you can bond the single double motor controller and color sensor to that computer, because you don't really have a way to bond it anymore. So there you go. That's why you have the cards. You can do it without it. But the sad part is that it's just like they did before, which they made it flush. Because remember, when you had EV3, NXT, I bet had this issue, and Spike Prime, it's like, what's the name of the robot? What's the name of the robot? Oh my gosh, you're connected to my robot. This made it to where it's like, no one can actually connect to your robot ever again, because you have this card to make sure that you have all of them connected to your computer. Now, without the card use, that's where you get the thing again, where it's like, oh no, he's connected to mine and everything. All right. Now, the other question is, are we using an app? Where is the app? You're not using the app anymore. It is web-based only. And you're going to type in code.legoeducation.com. And I'm pretty sure also for you teachers, which I'm pretty sure is teachers, you'll be typing teach.legoeducation.com, and you'll have slideshows. It will have a presentation already made for you, so you don't even have to do really all the work. They did the work for you. You just got to go through the slides and everything. And they also have the curriculum in it as well, I believe, along with step-by-steps of the lessons and et cetera, et cetera. And it is also how you're able to get the code for the lessons, which I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be saying this, but between you and me, it is 1-3, the next two digits. The sad part is that you won't know what you type in if you put 1301, which is the first lesson. I didn't say that. But the thing is that they have lots of them within 300. I don't know if they went to 1400 yet, but I know it's 1300 is where they started. And if anyone asks, how did you know? I didn't tell you anything. Besides that, that's make sure that the kids can actually just go to the lessons and learn themselves. They have to depend on you. However, if they decide to make their own teacher account, then, well, sadly, they broke the system, and I don't know what I can tell you. Just tell them, don't tell them that teach.legoeducation.com exists. But, of course, if they actually ask AI, which, or, search, they most likely will figure it out. But, well, honesty is the best policy. Initiate the honor code if you have it. If you don't have it, then you might want to create an honor code. Excuse me. They also have something on a file. So if you are able to access their file, which is a GitHub, they have lots of stuff. I think it's GitHub/Lego/Lego Education. But again, don't quote me. I'm just going from what I remember in my mind. All right. So I guess one other question is, how does the lessons work? So you type in, well, actually you have this booklet as well. This booklet is also part of it. So the booklet is what you can build, how you build, and then the code.legoeducation is the code. So no longer it actually is within the, in the internet itself, because with Spike Prime, you're able to actually get the builds inside of the program. This one is more the fact of you have this book. Protect this book. Protect those cards. If you're 6 through 8, that's why they gave you 2 cards, is to keep one safe just in case they lose the card. Because cards walk away, minifigures walk away, and you might lose a color sensor / motor and controller if you're not careful. But I'm pretty sure you guys are all good. No one will actually be that crazy. All it is just most likely the card or minifigure will be misplaced. And of course you got 4 minifigures, red, blue, might be yellow and green. And that's how they do it. They first actually say, hey, students, choose your minifigure. You would choose red, blue, yellow, question mark, green, and then they'll have, okay, red, green, blue, yellow. Some of you have to build, and other you have to find the pieces. So you have to find the pieces. Some of them might have to be building stuff, and then as soon as you turn a page, they will take turns, and most likely I would go with, this is what I did, is that if you have a piece, blue, and yellow has to piece together, y'all guys will together put the piece together, or which one of you choose for the other one to put the Lego build onto the other one, and you just keep on going until, well, you built that part, and it's 2 pages, then you turn the page, more pieces you got to find, then put them together, more pieces you got to find, put it together, and one more little build, another one, you're completed, congratulations, you made the build. That's usually how it goes. So they split them in 4, and of course if you have a 5th person, apparently this is what one of the teachers did, is that the 5th person will be the project director. He will be the one to actually oversee and help if there's any pieces or something missing. If you do have the Masterpiece FLL set, that tabletop, don't forget, they had Lego minifigure pieces too. So you can easily take purple or periwinkle, light blue, or the white one or the brown one and put them into your set in case you have a 5th member. Or, maybe have it handy somewhere. And there you go. You also have black. Yeah, the black was a magician. But there you go. That's how usually a program happens. That's usually how the lesson goes. And you do all that. You have machine learning. That was one of many, I bet, lessons. So you have that. But here is the freaking one that I care about. And I already talked about it beforehand because I had speculations. But before I say something, let me just tell you how they work. So you get to have this special bank. And this bank is able to be pluggable. And you're able to put all four of your motors / sensors onto it. It's able to take 2 sets at a time. So you notice that on it you have the button, and I think the button also is the scanning system, the sensor that actually will detect your card. The buttons apparently is like, I thought, because that's why I asked, they're like, oh, it turns off easily. So it's just like Essentials. But however, no, you're able to hold it down and turn it off as well. So you're able to turn them off as well. And yeah, so that's basically it. And also for those who are thinking about the controller, if you want to do left and right, make sure that the sensor, I'll say sensor or light, whichever one you want to call it, is actually facing you, and that's the left trigger and that's the right trigger. If you do it the opposite and you have the light facing away from you, then it's right to left. Yeah, it's like, yeah, so now you inverted it. So to make it right, make sure that the light is facing you and your stomach. Now the moment of truth. For me, sadly. For people who don't know, or you didn't notice, I enjoyed the beeps. I enjoyed making music from the EV3 and from the Spike Prime. So are the beats still here? For those who don't know, or you're actually tuning in for the first time, here is how we play out. So the EV3 speaker, it was very powerful. You could play any sound in it, correct? Then we get to the Spike Prime. Not only the screen got cut, but the sound got cut to where you only can do beeps. So now we get into the CoSai / since it is machine learning, it could be Cosmo. But I'm going to go with CoSai because CoSai sounds nice. It sounds cute. It's kind of sleek. So this one, it beeps when it turns on. I don't think it beeps when it turns off. So it has beep capability. So what happened? Well, if you go onto code.legoeducation.com, you have to go all the way down to extra bricks or extra something. Then you click on it, and then you click music, and then accept it, and then you're able to go to the music, but... So first things first you need to notice is that music was not a part of it. They actually took sound and took sound away. So sound and music has been separated, number one. Number two, you notice that they do piano and now you can actually even bring drums into this. Cool, I can make my own music, but will the robot play it? No. That's because they did the advanced. They gave you the advanced bricks that only will use the laptop. As for beep, 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 it doesn't exist. Yes, they got rid of the block. The block is gone for now. If I'm lucky, because I got to talk to the Lego education coach, trainer, they're going to run it. I hope it runs through the grapevine where they're like, this guy misses beeps. They could make a block, an update to the process because it's like, yeah, they can make it, it's web based now. So they can easily give me an update, give us an update to where the beep return and you can make the robot beep once more. It's crazy that, yes, you can still record your voice and everything, but the beeps is like, I think the recording part was annoying. I'm just saying it was annoying. I'm just saying that the students were messing with it like crazy to where I'm like, you got rid of the beeps, but you kept the recordings. You see my problem here? You thought the beeps were annoying? The students didn't even know how the beeps work. The kids don't know how the beeps work. I had to show them how it worked. And even then, they cared more about recordings, the meow, the dog, all that. But when it comes to the beeps, no, they didn't really care much about the beeps. Some did, like a small bit did, but so that's my predicament. That is where I am right now, is that the robot, or should I say the sensor slash single motor, double motor, color sensor, and the controller all beep. I'm give or take on the controller. I'm pretty sure they do. That basically means that if they really wanted to, I could actually put the double motor, the single motor, the controller, and the color sensor to where like they can sing as if it's a band. I have my band group here. I have my group now. They could actually, I could do more than what I could have done when it came to the EV3 and the Spike Prime, because I was like, I'm missing some vocals because I have the main thing, but there's also backup. There's also the other parts of the song, when they're just adding in the other parts to it to make it flare. I didn't have that because I only had quote unquote one robot. I could get no robots, but I'm just saying that with this, I have 4 of them that can actually beep together to make it so I'm like, oh my gosh, the Backstreet Boys had 5 people. NSYNC has 5. I guess 98 Degrees or the Funky Bunch. I could actually make them all sing and it would be crazy. Oh my gosh. I can make one baritone, one tenor, one alto, one soprano sing. I can make a quartet. But you got rid of the beat. That's the sad part. It's like you got rid of the beat. This could have been the first time ever I could have had something cool. I could do Gangster's Paradise. I know. Well, Gangster's Paradise is kind of like PG, so I can say it. It's like, yeah, the whole, you see the possibilities? And it's like, they took the block away. The block doesn't exist. The block is gone. It's like, oh, but look at this thing. You can play piano, saxophone, any instrument you want. We even have drums. I'm like, but I want the robot to do it. I want the robot to sing. Or should I say, I want the motor, the color sensor, and the controller to sing. I want on them to sing. That would be cool. Everyone would be like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Versus the computer did it. Yeah, the computer did it, You can make music by the computer. It's like, dude, I can make the music by a computer already. All I have to do is just remember that one website, and I can make the thing play all by itself. I want the robots to do it, quote unquote robots. I want those four to become a music group, the CoSai Four, or well, basically you can just give them names. You got computer, here's science, and this person's name is and then here's AI right here. Here's Aya. It's like, yeah, you got the four people of the band. Isn't that great? But it's like they got rid of it. They got rid of it. And it's like, if you know, just notice for yourself if you look at the music. All of them are advanced. Because that's the thing. It's like, remember the advanced parts was on EV3. The EV3 can do advanced stuff. But Spike Prime cut that out. And now since they're downsizing even more, you know for a fact they can't do what the EV3 can do. They can only do what Spike Prime can do. And even then it's like, apparently not. Because Spike Prime can beep. The CoSai can't. Yet. So, like John Oliver says, what can we do? What we can hope for is that I didn't put a ticket in. But considering I made a little bit of a rumble, there could be a chance of where my little rumble gets that block back in. And as soon as that block is back in, you will have your quote unquote robot boy band. And as soon as they do it, I will give you a video of how unbelievable it could be. But of course, here's one thing. The volume of those robots, in quotations, robots, won't be good because only the EV3 blasted like crazy. The Spike Prime, you might need to have a mic close to them. So it's like, I have to give all four of them mics so you can hear them, or be in a closed set or a library. But anyways, I hope that actually answers your question. Sadly, I'm not going to be there anymore, so I can't answer any more questions that you have. But I would say that if you do have any questions, you can comment below, and I will see if I can pass it along and ask those questions so you can get those answered. But of course, most likely Lego Education might have those answers for you. But as for like hands-on everything, I got you covered. So, I guess the thing to end this whole entire video is, what do I think of the CoSai? Besides crying on the inside that the beeps are gone for now, because there's always hope. There's always hope. Always hope. I think the CoSai is pretty interesting. It's an interesting thing that you can play with, that the students can learn from, and it could actually just enrich their lives and their imaginations and etc., and get them closer to computer science. As for the FLL, man, we're going completely different because you need the laptop for it to work. So now you're going to have a laptop and or iPad, which of course you can still go online with the iPad, for now on for FLL when it comes to the CoSai. So the laptop is going to be with you now. You can't separate yourself from the laptop like the previous years where it's like no Bluetooth, no laptop. Once you have it all programmed, put your laptop away, you can only press the buttons and start it. Now it's the point of where, no, you do need a computer. And it's 4 to a table, and it's 4x4, I guess, technically. No, I think it's 4 for one team and 4 on the other team, and it gets kind of like, huh. Yeah, that's all I can say is like, it gets to the point of where it's like, huh? But at least the good news is that with the Future Foundation, which, is that right? I think that's it. Yeah, I think it's the name of it. They will give you 2 mats, and hopefully you will have 2 sets with you. The only problem, again, is that they won't give you the motor and the color sensor. Those have to be, in quotations, sold separately. Now, the idea is that what if you would just did the cool thing and just let you have the motor and the color sensor in each set for now on. But it's like, Well, then it gets to a puzzler where it's like maybe the inaugural one you should have that, but afterwards it's like if you know that they're returning, which I'm pretty sure you would know, you wouldn't include it because they already got it from the first year. So I'm pretty sure maybe the first year that the team starts, you give them the whichever motor you need and the color sensor. And then the next year, since they came back, you don't need to do it again. There'll be no bamboozlement or craziness unless they're crazy enough to be like, and we're starting another team, and we're starting another team, and we're starting another team. They keep doing that year by year so they can get the color sensor and the motor, which is like, you're crazy. You're 100% crazy. You're crazy and nuts. You're crazy. Actually, don't forget, they need two of them. So it's like, oh yeah, they need two color sensors and they need two motors, whichever one. So yeah, so it's like they said, it's half a set each, half a set each. Or basically, it's just no because they need color sensors. So it's like it's not need the color sensor and the core and the controller. The controller's not needed; it's just needed twice, not three times. So there you go. That's all that I know. If I have any more, I will maybe put it in the comment section or even in the description. But that's all I got. So, oh yes, and as for the K2, the K2 is going to be delayed. Why? And it's like, if I do show you, it's like, wait, hold on, you showing us the K2 right now if I'm showing you it. It's because they actually tested it on end. They're doing real good, like unlike Spike Prime apparently, but they're doing real good with 3, 5, and 6, 8. But K2, they did testing. Turns out there's a lot of small pieces, so they're gonna have to recalibrate and redo things so that there's not a lot of small pieces for the K2, so no kid can choke and etc. Something like that. So that one's going to be withheld for a bit. So instead of feeling sad saying, oh, think of it more of it's for the children / students' safety, and it's going to be very good when it comes out. That's what you should see it as instead of saying, oh, we're getting delayed. All right. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll keep you posted if there's anything interesting. Hopefully, most likely, the block is coming back.